The first ever real estate career fair in Tampa, the first Florida real estate career fair to be ever held in Tampa, is happening March 22nd from 12 to 2 p.m. 12 to 2 p.m., just 2 short hours that you will not want to miss for networking opportunities, for connections, for career opportunities, to be able to connect with recruiters at brokerages all over the Tampa Bay area, as well as our instructors here to be able to ask questions about obtaining your real estate license and taking your real estate career to that next level, being able to network with the people in attendance, the Tampa School of Real Estate alumni going all the way back to 2007 from the Tampa area here, as well as aspiring real estate professionals. So come down for that. The Tampa School of Real Estate advising team will be there as well to be able to answer any questions you have about getting your real estate license, as well as the new TSRE Plus membership we do have available. So if you do have any questions for the team that you want to ask confidentially, call into us. You could also text 813-333-2676, whether that's about the upcoming career fair, about getting started with the courses you need to get your real estate license or take your real estate career to that next level. But let's dive into the information I have to share with you today about the Florida Real Estate Career Fair. So this is happening on March 22nd, so that is next Saturday. Right now we're live and we've got 8 days left from today. This is the Friday before the eve of the career fair. So this is going to be a big event. You're not going to want to miss it. Like I said, there's going to be alumni in this area going all the way back to 2007, because this is not the original building that we started in here, but the same area that we started in all the way back in 2007. So I'm excited to see all the Tampa School of Real Estate alumni that's going to be coming out to this event. Those that have their real estate license, that have gone on to become real estate brokers, maybe real estate investors. We've had people gone on to go become TV stars, and I'm not trying to hype that up or anything. I don't know if the TV stars have time to come to the real estate career fair, but you never know. If they're Tampa School of Real Estate alumni, they are more than welcome at this event. And again, it's going to be networking opportunities abound, not just from the recruiters and vendors that are there to share with you how they can help you grow your real estate business. And we'll go over all these sponsors we've got on here in just a moment to give you all individual shout outs and thank you for helping us make the Florida Real Estate Career Fair what it is. But this is going to be a great event you don't want to miss. You can get registered right now at floridarealestatecareerfair.com, because at this event, the main attraction, if you will, are these opportunities at these different organizations. So we've got Mark Spain Real Estate. You may have seen their ads on TV, radio, etc. Mark Spain Real Estate, that is absolutely huge brand, and they are looking for new agents. They're looking for motivated people to grow their team. So definitely come out and talk to their recruiters. Travel and Leisure. So Travel and Leisure, they represent several different brands in forms of vacation ownership, so timeshares essentially. And, I know some people might not be interested in timeshares, and that's okay. You don't have to talk to them if you don't want to, but they can be extremely lucrative, and they're not all just scams and schemes. So talk to them. They've got a great training program, especially for new agents. If you are interested in stuff like this, they have properties. I know there's one in Clearwater, the Wyndham Grand Vacations or something like that. They'll have a lot more details than I will on this event, but definitely come out and talk to them. Even if you're skeptical about the timeshares, go grab a business card, get some information. That's the great thing about the career fair. This is no obligation. You could come talk to Mark Spain. We won't tell your current broker if you're currently licensed and you want to go talk to Mark Spain or Travel and Leisure, maybe Trinity Real Estate Group, and you've got to get a better version of their logo here because it is gold and you can't really see it too well on this background here, but Trinity Real Estate Group, they're going to be there. Definitely talk to them as well. It's Impact Realty. They're a great local Tampa firm. I know the broker personally. I would definitely recommend really all of these vendors that are here. We're not bringing you people that we wouldn't trust. Now, we don't know everything. We don't guarantee anything. But at the same time, we're not going to associate ourselves with brands that might not be good for our brand. So these are people that we have worked with. These are companies and organizations that our students have gone to in the past So this is a great place to go to. I know when you first get your real estate license, you get all kinds of letters in the mail and phone calls and text messages, and you're wondering how they get all this information. And the thing is, when you get a real estate license, even when you just apply for it, that is all available via the public records with the DBPR. So a public records request can be made to find that out, and that's how they come tracking you down, looking for you, trying to recruit you to their brokerage. But really the thing about getting a real estate license is that it's not about who's going to hire you, it's about who will you pick to build a business with. Maybe that will be Impact or Dodrick Home Solutions and Epic Realty Group or Lifestyle Realty. We also have J Media, real estate photography. They'll be taking pictures at the event, so definitely dress to impress for the photos as well as for the recruiters. Fingerprints by LiveScan. If you are brand new, you need to get your fingerprints done. Tampa School of Real Estate, of course, as well as the new TSRE Plus membership, where you can access our entire catalog of video on demand courses, and we have plans starting out for that as low as $47 a month to be able to start with one course, or only $77 right now is the initial launch offer for that you could still lock in to be able to get all access to all of the video on demand programs, including the professional career development training for your real estate career. So that's TSRE Plus, Tampa School of Real Estate, recruitsource.com. That's a great place to go. Almost like a LinkedIn specifically for real estate. You can find some of these vendors right on there as well. But this is huge, and we still have 8 days away from the event. I believe we're going to have a lender here as well. We've got, and they have 100% confirmed on their side for the sponsorship. That way you could be able to have a lender contact from day one, whatever brokerage you go to. And this contact, if he does pull the trigger on this here, he's definitely a great contact to have, because the information he provides, from his weekly email updates to the just plethora of knowledge and access he has to different loan programs. He's actually one of our instructors in TSRE Plus as well. If you check out his Mortgage 101 training, his VA Loan Bootcamp training, you can meet him personally here, because I believe he is going to be signed on to be a sponsor for that today. So either way, there's a few other sponsors as well potentially that are going to be there. So make sure you mark your calendars for this. It is March 22nd, 2025. And again, if you're brand new to real estate, this is the event to come to, because not only will you be able to find out more about a career in real estate, you could talk to the Tampa School of Real Estate, the advisors, the instructors, but more importantly, you could talk to the actual hiring brokers and developers that are going to be here in attendance to share with you the career opportunities they have for licensed professionals. And an eye-opening statistic that I always like to share on this here, and this comes right from Glassdoor.com, saying the median income of a real estate professional in Florida, full-time, of course, not necessarily year one, although nothing is impossible in real estate, I would absolutely say, including if you want to make more than $216,000. Because here's the thing about a median. It doesn't necessarily mean middle, but it kind of does. It actually is the middle number when you count down into it. That's actually the exact definition of median. So really, middle is the best word to describe it. So if you want to be mid, 216,000 is considered mid for Florida real estate professionals, according to Glassdoor.com. If you want to be mid plus, the opportunities are out there and available. We just did a live stream on Wednesday where we talked about an $8 million sale. And that $8 million sale with a 3% commission is a $240,000 commission. And a 3% commission, that might just be for one side of the transaction, meaning working for just the buyer or just the seller. Because if you're working with both sides, you're potentially looking at maybe 5 to 6%. It's all negotiable, maybe more, maybe less. That is really up to you and the value that you could bring to the table. And that's where being your own boss comes in. Now, even as a sales associate who is required by law as a sales associate to register with a brokerage or developer, such as some of these that you're seeing up here at the top of the screen right here, because you're not allowed to operate independently, 100% independently, that is. But even when you're joined with one of those brokerages, you're typically an independent contractor. Most opportunities for realtors, for real estate professionals, are going to be as independent contractors. Now, there are salaried positions out there as well, But at the same time, if you want to be able to tap into the largest shares of income, that's typically where you want to be your own boss. And there's all different levels of being your own boss, whether you want to go into, say, a 100% type of operation to where, you build your own custom business how you want it and you get to keep 100% of the commission. There's those type of brokerages. We'll have those in attendance here at the career fair, as well as team environments. Now, the team environments are typically involving a commission split, meaning where you're getting a percentage of the commission, not necessarily 100%. And in exchange for that percentage of your commission, you're getting value in terms of maybe technology and tools, contact managers, websites. Lead generation is definitely a big one of having people to actually buy and sell real estate with. That's where having more well-known brands could potentially benefit. But if you're good at lead generation on your own, maybe a more independent operation is going to be better suited for you. And you'll have better answers to all these questions as you progress further in your real estate career. And that's why you will see at the career fair, not just brand new people coming to this event. So whether you're unlicensed, already got your real estate license, or you've had your license for years, you are welcome to come to this event. And the people that have had their license for years, other than just coming to say hello and hang out and say, look at me, I did it, I got my license 10 years ago, look where I am now, come on down for that. We love hearing those stories, absolutely. We've got a photographer there. We'll come get your picture taken, all that. We want to see the Tampa School alumni. Please come out to this event. We would love to be able to shake your hand if you've only been an online student of ours and we've never interacted in person. This is a great event to come to, and we'll have a lot of our online students coming here. And again, for those experienced agents, they're coming here because as you progress, you learn more, you understand more, and there may be a better opportunity for you out there. I'm not saying I guarantee your opportunity is at the career fair, but an opportunity at the career fair might spark an idea that leads to an opportunity that is much better for your future. Maybe with who you're meeting with here, you get a better basis of maybe the brokerage that you're at is the right fit for you, or maybe another brokerage you've been considering who isn't a sponsor here at the event. Maybe it gives you, again, more clarification that that is the right choice for you, because now you've also been able to interview 5 or 6 other real estate brokerages just by coming to the Florida Real Estate Career Fair. So it's a great event for networking. You'll be able to set up follow-up appointments as well with the brokers to be able to discuss things further if it is a brokerage that you are interested in and the feeling is mutual. Most of these brokers, again, they're very looking for ambitious, motivated people, but at the same time, there's opportunities here for part-time, for weekends, for evenings. Very flexible. And there's different opportunities, different options. That's why real estate is so much of what you make of it, including what brokerage you join. So this is an essential event, whether you're just getting started and want to really kind of fact check and verify some of the opportunities that are out there, or you already got your real estate license and you're looking for that next step. You're trying to find the right place to take the next step. This is where you want to come. And again, maybe you've already been licensed for years and you're wondering, is this the best fit for me? Is there a better option out there? Let me just go talk to some people. Let me come for the networking. Let me come to talk to John, to Jim, to Nicole, to Jason, Henry, Naomi, whoever it is that you want to come talk to, shake their hands. Come on down to the career fair. March 22nd, 12 to 2 p.m., but you got to get yourself registered because at this event, again, we'll have instructors here. So Tampa School Real Estate instructors, FREC certified instructors to be able to ask whatever questions you have to reassure whether it's about the exam, about whether or not you think you could pass it, whether or not you think you'll be able to get a real estate license. Talk to our instructors, talk to our advisors. And again, even if you're brand new, even if you don't have a license yet, go talk to the recruiters. Go talk to the brokers. Ask them whatever questions you have. Don't be afraid of whatever question you have. They've heard it all, and they've been in your shoes. That was something we had right at our first career fair that we ever did, that we had somebody say, wow, it's, talk to these people. I remember being in their shoes, and I just remember how lost and confused I was back then. And that's what's really great about real estate is if you're looking to become a more confident person, real estate is a great opportunity to be able to build that confidence. Before I had my real estate license, I had nowhere near the confidence that I had today. And any confidence I had back then was all just false confidence, which only looks good on the outside. It doesn't really feel that great on the inside, the false confidence. But when you're brand new, that's all you got maybe is some false confidence. But as you really get to, again, be your own boss, own your decisions, being able to win, and understanding your true potential. That's where you really get to unlock the true, natural, 100% grade A organic confidence that is the real deal, that is the real thing, that is what can melt all obstacles in front of you. Because that's the future that lies ahead for us. Not just for real estate, but for the entire globe, for all industries, for all careers, is who is the best. And if you believe you could be the best, you could succeed far beyond your wildest dreams, especially in real estate. I can't speak for all professions, but with real estate, the opportunities are literally endless with the way it's structured and designed, because it's not so much a career as it is building your own business. And with what's possible of being able to build your business, whether you're just starting out and getting your real estate license, you might not see yourself 10 years from now running your own brokerage or maybe running a real estate team or being a real estate investor. But it's crazy how one thing can lead to another, and then one day you just wake up and your life is completely different than where it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And when you continue on that path, when you continue heading in the direction of that grand vision that you have, you might not get there as quickly as you want to. Because we always, if you've ever been to Las Vegas, anyone that's been to Las Vegas, been on the Las Vegas Strip, one thing they'll always tell you is just because you could see a building doesn't mean you could walk to it. Because these buildings are massive. And what happens is it sometimes takes longer to get to that destination than you originally envisioned, especially if there's some obstacles that are outside of your control that you have to overcome. But like I said earlier, when you're able to build that confidence in yourself, in your capabilities, in what you can do, you could melt every single obstacle in front of you there. So networking opportunities are huge. There's a huge opportunity in real estate for referrals that is vastly overlooked by both brand new agents and experienced professionals alike, because one of those key things, and I used to be one of those people that would say, why do you want to go hang out with other realtors for? You're not going to sell a house for them. It was actually a real estate sales trainer who instilled that wisdom with me of, other real estate agents aren't going to buy a house from me. And that's actually not 100% correct, but that's not what I'm here to share with you. What I'm here to share with you, it's not about being able to sell them a house. It's being able to have a connection. Even if that's just a friend, somebody in the industry, somebody you could talk to, but more importantly, it's a referral opportunity. Because when you have extra business, or they have extra business, or they have something they specialize in that you don't, or there's a client that they would be more suited for, or you would be better suited for, if you don't have that connection with other professionals, that completely eliminates your opportunity for a referral. And that's why you'll see that some of the most successful real estate agents are very well connected. Because let's say you need to find a listing that's not on the market. Well, if you've got professional relationships with other agents, you could call around and ask around and maybe find an off-market listing. That's another change we're seeing in the market right now, is the rise of off-market and pocket listings. So that's going to be something really interesting that's going to change, again, a lot of the dynamics. So there's a lot of opportunity being created now, because if you're willing to be adaptable, if you're willing to be trainable, if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to do what others are not willing to do right now, there is amazing opportunities abound. And again, you can meet with these recruiters who are actively working with new agents every single day, helping them launch their actual real estate careers. That was one thing for us as a school, that, we provide the classes, but as a school, we cannot be your brokerage. It's a completely separate license with the Florida Real Estate Commission. So Tampa School of Real Estate is not a real estate brokerage. So, you talk to us and we're just the school. We're not necessarily the one providing those opportunities. Well, now at the career fair, you're able to come and not just talk to us as the school, but talk to several different real estate brokerages at this event at one time. And, go ask follow-up questions on the things that we share with you, that we teach you about if you've already taken the courses, or maybe you've talked with an advisor and the advisor has talked to you. Maybe you've said, hey, I heard John talking about referrals. Tell me a little bit more about referrals. Is that something you guys do at this firm? What does that look like? Do you have any agents that, just do referrals part-time? because that's opportunities as well. If you just want to be a part-time agent and generate leads, whether that's from your own sphere of influence, or maybe you do like ClickFunnels landing pages, or however it is that you're generating leads, those leads, if you have an active real estate license, are typically worth around 25%. That's a negotiable amount. I've actually signed a referral agreement as high as 50% before, and that means half of the commission just for the lead. So huge. We'll have free food and drink as well, so you don't have to worry about going hungry. Come on down, get some food and drink. We're going to be giving away an online license course or a $250 gift card, because that is what the value of this online licensing course is right now. If you're going to sign up for this, is $247. So you can either take that online licensing course, including the textbook, if you need to get your license, or if you want to apply that towards a classroom course or any other class here at the Tampa School of Real Estate, you could also get a gift card instead. And one lucky person who comes to that career fair who is registered is going to be the winner of that grand prize there. But everybody is going to be a winner, not just from the networking, the instructors, the opportunities, the food. You know, you could be a winner for all those things, really. But everybody is actually going to go home with a free course. It's a digital course, so you're not technically going home for it. It'll be there when you get home or when you pull it up on your iPhone or whatever it is. We get it loaded in from the database for everyone that came to the career fair into your account. But you'll have an online account to be able to access our most popular non-credit hour course, which is how to submit offers on the FAR/BAR as is contract. And why this is one of our most popular non-credit hour courses, meaning you're not getting any CE credits or anything like that for this, but why it's so popular is because this will guide you step by step through the entire contract that it's used for probably about 99% of residential transactions here in Florida. And so that's a series of videos breaking down every clause in the contract, and you're going to get 12 months access to that completely for free just for registering online and showing up at the career fair on Saturday, March 22nd. Anytime between 12 and 2, just check in at the front desk. As long as they've got you checked in and you were on the list, you're going to get that free course, and it's going to pop right into your email. It'll say your course is ready. Click here to log in, and then you could go through line by line. It even has a sample PDF of the contract in there that you could practice filling them out at home on your own. And so this now gives you confidence. Again, that confidence, that goes a long ways in building your own business and building your own future. Because when you believe in yourself, that's when you really start to tap into your truest potential. But sometimes you just need a little bit more reason of why to believe in yourself or why to believe into the opportunity that you're investing into here. So that's why you should absolutely come to the career fair, talk to the brokers, talk to the recruiters, network with the other agents, the new and experienced agents alike. Great contacts to be made. This is the course that everybody is going to get as long as you're pre-registered in advance. So if you haven't registered yet, this is where you go, FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com. Put in your name, email, and phone number, and just show up to the career fair, and you will get this course for free. This course is the grand prize. Currently available with 12 months access for $247, or you can also access this with the new TSRE Plus plans. I'll talk about that just in a second if you are interested in learning more about that. But one lucky person is going to win 12 months access to this, or again, a TSRE gift card that could be applied towards anything at Tampa School of Real Estate. So again, name, email, and phone number at FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com. Get yourself registered, get on the list, and just make sure you attend the career fair and check in at the front desk so they have you down. And when you go to put in your name, email, and phone number, this is what it's going to look like at FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com. So nice and easy, nice and simple, name, email, phone number at FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com, and then you will be on the list. Get a name tag when you check in. Come meet with the vendors. This is where it's located right here, our main headquarters office. If you're familiar with New Tampa, we're right across from the AMC theaters, right next to it, really, if you're on Bruce B. Downs, or right next to AMC, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts. There's a big Tampa School Real Estate sign on the building. It's on the second floor. There's an elevator in the back of the building. And we're right off the interstate. So anywhere you're coming in from Tampa, whether you're coming in off of 275, if you're coming in off of 75, you're coming down Bruce B. Downs. It's a Saturday, so usually traffic isn't too bad. But again, this is Tampa, so you never know. You never know what's going on the roads there. But the thing is, again, it's 12 to 2. So plan to be there at 12, and even if you hit traffic, you'll probably there before it wraps up at 2. And if you're worried about still that, because maybe you're coming from Sarasota, maybe you're coming from Orlando or Lakeland or out in St. Pete or Newport Richey or Ocala. Last time in Lakeland, we had somebody that was trying to get up there all the way from Miami. So wherever you're coming from, make sure you get there. First, you got to get registered. Again, this is less than 8 days away now because it's at 12 o'clock. So it's 7 days and 23 hours now until this event. And again, this is our biggest career fair yet. We've got our best list of vendors and sponsors for this. So there's going to be some amazing opportunities all in one place, all under one roof. Great opportunities for recruiting. And if you're wondering, well, what if I don't have a license yet and I need to get started? Or what if I got to do post-licensing or anything like that? So we always have the same thing we've always had with you could purchase the in-person classes or you could buy courses for 12 months in advance with the online program, but now we have a month-to-month access to our online courses, and that's through TSRE Plus. So this is a great way. It's actually quickly becoming our most popular option. We just launched this on March 1st officially, and it's quickly becoming our very most popular option for people, not just to get their real estate license, but to pass their exams, to complete their post-licensing, as well as their continuing education requirement. And so we have a plan called Select, where you could pick any one of these courses for only $47 a month, but we've got an amazing introductory offer right now for just an extra $30 a month, $77 a month. And if you choose to become a member today with that $77 rate, you're grandfathered in for the life of your membership at that rate, because we've got already the most extensive real estate education and training catalog in Florida, but we're on a mission to make this the most extensive real estate education and training platform in the world. And you will have access to all of it. And again, grandfathered in at that $77 a month rate. And what that allows you, if you're just getting started, this is where you would begin. You would begin with the pre-licensing course. You need this according to the Florida Real Estate Commission. Unless you're an attorney in good standing with the Florida Bar or you have a degree in real estate, you're required to complete this course. And with the Pro Plan, you'll also be able to have simultaneous access to all of our best-selling exam prep tools. None of this content here is actually really new for Tampa School of Real Estate, but some of this being able to access it, I'm going to share with you in just a moment, actually is. And this right here has actually been used by thousands of people from all over the world to be able to pass their Florida real estate exams. So this simplifies and takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. It's not anything that you're required to do, like I said, to get the credit for the state to allow you to take the exam. That's this first one up here, the 63-hour pre-licensing. But again, the advantage of the Pro Plan is now when you go to study and review for your state exam, you're able to use these tools here. That alone, these tools sell for $197 currently to be able to get 12 months access to that. So you can still purchase that if you do want 12 months access. But what we have found out, especially recently, we're really surprised with how quickly people are going through these programs in less than a month. Being able to, someone actually that I've known for years, he started this year, no credit hours or anything, and he just passed his state exam. He's got his real estate license. And he did that in less than 3 months. Taking the course, studying for the exam, all the application, the fingerprints, all of that process, and passing the state exam. All within, if you started at the beginning of the year, 6 weeks, basically, at this point. So he just passed yesterday. So congrats to him. Congrats to you, Grant, if you're watching. Pass First Try Exam Prep Bundle. Again, that's a great tool. That's actually something he was using. Exam Cram videos, the question simulator, the audio review, really great programs that are in there that Grant just hasn't used. But, again, thousands of people have used this. And now you don't have to buy 12 months in advance for that because you might not need that. Now, $77 unlocks you the access to that pre-licensing course that you need to satisfy the FREC requirement. If you don't need that because you already have satisfied that, you already took an in-person class, an online course, you could use that for review. But the key thing really for review is more so this, because this focuses on just what you need to know for the exam and these exam prep tools. And then once you're licensed, before you get into these courses over here, let's get those off the screen because those are really exciting. I'll talk to you about them in just a minute. You want to do this post-licensing. Number one, because this actually is FREC required hours. Post meaning after you get licensed. This is for your first renewal, and this isn't just a bunch of laws and rules like this information is. When you start out, you're really going to be overwhelmed with all the laws and rules, and that's why this exam prep is going to be a lifesaver, because it's hard to believe that there's that many laws and rules they might want you to know and be able to reference and be able to apply in context of an exam question. But that's really what those 100 questions on the exam are almost all about, is laws and rules. There's like 10 math questions in there as well. So to help make sure you've got those down, as well as the math, that's where all the exam prep comes in. But once you pass that bar of getting your real estate license, once you pass the state exam, and you now have the license, that's where the real fun begins. Because in your post-licensing class, especially any of our instructor-led programs, including this video-on-demand instructor-led program right here, you're going to get business planning, how to present offers, prospecting, building your sphere of influence, working with referrals, working with buyers, working with sellers, pricing property to sell. The list goes on of all the real-world topics that you're using. And this is very kind of 101 of real estate, of building a real estate career. So that's why you don't want to wait on this. You don't want to put it off. You have actually about 18 months from when you first get your license to get this done. But the only thing that's going to happen by dragging this out is you missing out on valuable information, because that is the lesson that I learned, because I waited until the last minute to do this course when I got my real estate license, and I kicked myself because there was so much that I would have hit the ground running if I knew that from day one of choosing my broker. And that's the great thing, again, going back to the career fair. You could come out and talk to these brokers, but there's no obligation to sign up with them today, because my big recommendation for you is, whether you're doing this in person, with the video on demand program, the live online, however you're doing it, get this done as soon as possible. Not just because it's a requirement that could cause you to lose your license, but because of the information that you're going to be basically like running around with a blindfold on, not having this information already, if you're trying to practice real estate without having done your post-licensing. Because everybody you've talked to that's had their license more than 2 years will have this done, and they'll have a significant advantage over you when it comes to negotiating, when it comes to just knowledge of things. And this is going to give you the upper hand, and it's going to help put you on a level playing field right from the start, instead of just walking around knowing things like, oh, contracts have to be in writing and signed, and other basic little laws, again, that you learn in your pre-licensing. So post-licensing, that's where the real fun begins. And of course, continuing education, that's not as significant, but it's definitely valuable to help you continue expanding. It's a real easy requirement, 30-question open book exam every 2 years after your first renewal, so super easy to do. And your pro plan is going to check all of these boxes for you. It's going to give you all of this, and a lot of career development courses as well. So when we talk about career development, we've got some really great programs, and these ones here are exclusive to the pro plan, and they're some of my favorites. Number one, FSBO Fundamentals, which is working with for sale by owner sellers. These are people that are trying to sell their property on their own, and statistics say that if they work with a real estate professional like you, you're going to probably be able to get them 10 to 30% more. So if all you charge is 5 or 6% or whatever you negotiate, why wouldn't they pay 5 or 6% to get 10% more, or 20% more, or as much as 30% more? We teach you how to be able to present that value. We teach you how to be able to understand where the sellers are coming from psychologically, so that way you could position your offer as a way that makes sense for them to be able to keep more money in their pocket when they go to actually sell their home, be able to handle some of those pricing objections and so on and so forth that you would see when you're trying to convert a seller who's trying to sell it on their own to list with you. And when you get that listing, you're probably going to want to hold an open house. And even if you don't have a listing yet, it would be great if you could hold an open house. We teach you how to ask to borrow a listing. It's real easy. That's not a big part of this course here, because it's pretty simple. Just go find somebody and ask them, preferably somebody at your brokerage or somebody you're working with closely. But really, any listing would do, even if it is a for sale by owner who hasn't even agreed to list it with you yet. And we dive into those details more and really try to make a business strategy behind that, because you can't go around just working for free all the time. You've got to have ways to make money, but at the same time, you have to do it in a way that solves people's problems and that you're able to present the value that you provide to solve those problems. And so the open house essentials here, that is how you maximize your open house, because you're not just looking for the one buyer like your typical for sale by owner is doing. Your typical for sale by owner is just looking for one buyer. They want the buyer, and they might not even be open to holding an open house because they don't want a bunch of people traipsing through their house. I've literally had people tell me that to my face when I was working with for sale by owners, because when I was getting started, this was actually one of the ways I prospected to generate leads. And they would say, no, we don't want to do an open house. We don't want all these people in here. We only want serious buyers only. But the reality is, people aren't serious until they're serious. And sometimes they need to see it in person, kick the tires, so to say, be able to touch and feel the house, the property, to smell it, to imagine themselves living in it. And sometimes you can't do that without being there. And yes, the people that are more serious are going to make an appointment. But how many times, and you've probably done it yourself, where you saw an open house sign and you stopped to go check out that open house? I've done it. Me and my wife have both done it together. Tons of people do it. And it's a great opportunity to meet people. And in this case, you're meeting buyers. People interested in buying maybe the house that you're selling. But here's the great part about being a real estate professional is if you're working for a broker, you're brokering deals, being the middleman between the buyer and the seller. So not only could you be representing this for sale by owner seller or whoever the seller is, you could list their property and be the listing agent. But at the same time, you could also be a buyer's agent working with buyers, helping represent them on the buy side of the deal. And a great way to be able to meet buyers is at an open house. Now, they might already have representation. And if they do, hopefully that representation is there with them at the open house. But for those that are unrepresented, that is not necessarily a gold mine for the for sale by owner. And that's why they're not as interested in trying to meet everybody. But it's a gold mine for you, because maybe it will be that one person that wants to buy the house who will submit a top dollar offer for it. Or maybe it'll be somebody who just wants to buy a different house. Maybe this one's too big, too small, too high a ceilings, too low a ceilings. It doesn't have a swimming pool. The garage isn't big enough. Whatever the thing may be, you don't have to try to convince them that this house is right for them. You say, you know what? You're right. This house would be a lot better with a pool. Would you like me to show you some properties similar to this one that do have a pool? And they might say, you could do that? Absolutely. As a real estate professional, I could show you pretty much any property. You just tell me when and where, and we'll make it happen. Maybe that's not your exact pitch, but that's the thing about real estate. You get to dial in what your exact pitch is, what you say, how you're trying to win over buyers and sellers, and also renters. We just talked about on the update we did on Wednesday about how the rental market is continuing to rise. We're seeing rental rates going up again, as well as an increase in inventory that's coming on the market from all the new construction apartments that have been built. And the reason why renting is still a popular option is because interest rates price a lot of people out of making the decision that they want to make for the home that they want. Maybe it's related to their credit, maybe it's related to documentation for their income, and maybe that's where some of our training on Mortgage 101 and the VA Loan Boot Camp, because especially if they're a veteran, there's a lot of programs that are available for them. Those trainings are available in here as well. But you need to be able to, again, meet them where they are, to be able to approach them in the right way and have a productive conversation about how do we get you into that dream of home ownership. And one of the secrets is it's not your dream, it's their dream. So you can't just go to them like that and say, hey, let's get you into that dream of home ownership when they haven't said it's their dream. You've got to let them set the stage of what it is that they would really want. And that's where you kind of change the script a little bit, where you're asking a question. To give one example of, instead of me just telling you, yeah, let's make you a homeowner, maybe just questions that kind of lead into that. You know, have you ever considered owning a home? And if someone's got a real reason to why they can't, they might be guarded and hiding in what that reason is. And so part of the fact-finding and due diligence that you're doing is trying to peel back the layers and find out what are those things that are really holding them back. Because if it is credit, we could get you in contact with some people. We could get that handled, and we could make that dream a reality. Whatever that dream may be for them, because in our fact-finding, that's what we're wanting to find out. You know, let's say that, you know, you could buy anything that you wanted. Money wasn't an issue, and it might just be a crazy hypothetical that's impossible like this, but it gets them talking. It gets them starting to lay out what their dream is and how you could help them achieve that. That's what you could then transition into. And it's just having the conversation, but having it in a productive way that, again, is meeting them at where they are, from where they're coming from, which, again, could be guarded. And that's a big thing. If you can't get past the objections that people put up, that's where you'll get frustrated, because you won't be able to figure out why the deals aren't getting done. Whereas when you're able to peel back the layers and find out what the real reasons are to get to the real, honest, unadulterated truth, that's where the real productivity begins. That's where you could really be working for them. And being able to build that level of trust and relationship is huge. And one other thing, just in case you aren't able to make it to the career fair, because if you come to the career fair, you'll be able to get 12 months access to this course absolutely for free. But if you have a TSRE Pro plan, you'll have access to this for the life of your Pro plan, including anytime 24/7 that you want to go in there and reference and check up on a certain clause in the contract just to make sure you're reading this right and that makes sense for how it is, because maybe it's been a while since you dealt with that particular clause or whatever it may be. So this is a huge reason to come out to the career fair, and again, another reason why this Pro plan sets you up for success. Again, there's other courses like Mortgage 101, the VA Loan Boot Camp, and as I mentioned earlier, we're on a mission to make this the most powerful real estate education and training platform in the entire world. So we've got a lot more content to come, and you get grandfathered in for that at $77 a month. Real quick before we go today, I want to make sure you get yourself registered for this career fair. March 22nd, FloridaRealEstateCareerFair.com. Go there right now, put in your name, email, and phone number. Get yourself registered, because, again, that's how you'll get that free FAR as is course, by coming to that event. And if you've already got TSRE Pro, you probably understand that, hey, look, I'm not coming there just for that free course. I'm coming for the connections, to meet the recruiters, maybe to have some food and drink. Even if you're not coming for the food and drink, go eat the food and drink, because we don't want it to go to waste. So come down March 22nd, 2025, 12 to 2 p.m. If you have any questions about this, reach out to us, 813-333-2676. Call or text us at that number. You can find out more information about TSRE Plus online at tsre.us/plus. That's tsre.us/plus. But again, this could be overwhelming very quickly, so that's where our advisors are really here to help answer any questions you have and guide you in that direction of your future. So again, 813-333-2676. That's about all the time that we've got for today. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you at the career fair on Saturday, March 22nd. Again, less than 8 days from today. It is next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday. So get yourself registered. We'll send you out a reminder. That's about all the time that we've got for today. We'll be back on Wednesday for Ask the Instructor. Until then, have a fantastic weekend. Get yourself registered for the career fair, and I'll see you next week.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida Real Estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the Question Simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.